Hey there, Star Wars fans, and welcome to Screen Rant. I'm Greg Elliott, and I'm here to explain the Sith and why Kylo Ren isn't one of them. Now, you'd be right to think that the Sith were finally gone after Emperor Palpatine died in Return of the Jedi, but since the first trailer for The Rise of Skywalker clearly insinuates that he somehow survived or is back from the dead, we thought it'd be a great time to check in on everything we know about the Sith to date. The Jedi and the Sith are the Star Wars equivalents of yin and yang, representing the light and dark sides of the Force. The Sith began as a splinter group from the Jedi Order, and they battled the Jedi for centuries, but they eventually succumbed to infighting and were finally wiped out. However, a single Sith did survive, Darth Bane, who eventually recreated the Sith Order and instituted the Rule of Two, which mandated that there should only ever be two Sith at any given time, a master and an apprentice. Which brings us to the Sith we know from the films. Working in the shadows for millennia, the Sith slowly and carefully set in motion events that would lead to their ultimate victory, which culminated in the rise of Darth Sidious, otherwise known as Palpatine. His apprentice, Count Dooku, or Darth Tyrannus, led the Separatist movement into what eventually became an all-out war, in which the Jedi incurred heavy losses. Once they were weakened, Palpatine used his power to issue Order 66, turning the clone troopers on the Jedi and nearly wiping them out. The Jedi thought they had a secret weapon in Anakin Skywalker, the supposed chosen one, but they carelessly allowed him to get too close to Palpatine, who preyed on his weaknesses and eventually drew him to the dark side. As we know, Anakin became Darth Vader, and he and Sidious ruled the Empire for over 20 years, until his son Luke showed up, and Vader gave his life defeating Darth Sidious, and the Sith appeared to have finally come to an end. Now, while Palpatine's reappearance in The Rise of Skywalker may signify the return of the Sith, it's important to note that Kylo Ren is not one himself. Lucasfilm has clearly stated that, while certainly at the darker end of the Force, Supreme Leader Snoke was not a Sith, so the Rule of Two doesn't apply here. So at best, Kylo is just some sort of Dark Jedi or wannabe Sith fanboy. But that's not to say it couldn't happen. In fact, if Darth Sidious is back, I see plenty of ways that Darth Vader's grandson could eventually become his new apprentice, or maybe more likely just another pawn in the Emperor's long game. We'll find out how it all plays out this Christmas, so make sure to keep watching Screen Rant to stay in the loop. I'm Greg Elliott, and may the Force be with you.